Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Cricketda Live. Wish you all a very happy Diwali, especially Salil and Bhavik. Thank you for being with us on Diwali. Taken time out to watch some great cricket today. It's Australia taking on Bangladesh. Salil, what do you feel of this day and just this fixture in general?
Well, that's at this point in time, you have a side that definitely looking, to get ahead because there are other sides that are catching up for the semi-finals, namely South Africa. So Australia will be going for a straight win, while Bangladesh is really, really trying to get back some lost pride. So hopefully, I'm expecting a fight from them, but looks like Australia's on a roll and they might just get through.
Brilliant. So, Bhavik, do you think that Bangladesh could be the party spoilers for Australia and pave way for South Africa for a easy qualification?
Well, of course, it's their last game. Bangladesh are playing their last league game, so I'm sure although they are, a bit, they've been hit by injury crisis in the form of Shakib and Mustafizur. But then again, I would, sort of say that they can possibly come back and defeat Australia.
Now, Salil, talking about Bangladesh, they've lost a Shakib, they've lost a Mustafizur. They have young bowlers like Taskin and Mehdi Hassan as well as the off spinner. Do you think that this bowling is enough for them to play against the mighty Aussies? Because Australians are white ball champions, they are the best, most successful side in World Cup history. So playing them in a World Cup game itself is a big thing. And now with the absence of two best bowlers, do you think that they'll be able to cope up the pressure?
They don't have a choice. They'll have to do what they did against South Africa, and I think the
Exactly.
bowlers did a decent job. As much as Rabada played very well in the last match, I think Tuscan bowled brilliantly. They exploited those conditions, and that's going to be the key. I think the concern for Bangladesh would really be their batting and guys like Rahman and Mahmudullah. They really need to they really need to fire. So
Right.
quite honestly, I think it's the batsmen that have let them down, and the others have kind of tried to chip in. So yes,
Brilliant.
it's not going to deter them as much as for from an Australian perspective. But for a side that's got nothing to lose, why not go ahead and just try and win it?
Exactly.
Now, Bhavik, Australia has such a depth in their batting lineup. They've got six, seven, eight batters. If you can include a Stoinis and even a Mitchell Stark who can come and pinch it, even a Pat Cummins. So they've got eight numbers of batsmen. So do you think that there could be this rotational policy where we could see a Mitch Marsh or someone come up the order because they need to increase their net run rate today? They cannot just hope for a normal win of 3 wickets, 4 wickets. They need to win comprehensively and try to improve their net run rate. So could you see some changes in the batting lineup after the top three? Because the number four could be a Maxwell or anybody. Do you think that's possible today?
Definitely, yes. They'll look at the condition. If Australia sort of bowls first, then it's a no-brainer that they'll look to sort of restrict Bangladesh to a mediocre total and then chase it as quickly as they can. So yes,
Right.
I would sort of fancy Australia doing that slight change in the batting order. They did it once previously when Maxwell was promoted up the order, but
Right.
if there's an early wicket going, I would definitely fancy Mitch Marsh at three again because he's in form and he has scored runs at that position.
Brilliant. Brilliant, Bhavik. Salil Bhavik, let's move on to the first segment of this show where we will predict the innings and how it goes the whole match. The prediction time is here for this game. Now,
Yep, it's
I'm going to
here.
be going first because it's me here. So David Warner to score a 50. Controversial, but I'll say no. Even though it's Bangladesh, a lot of left arm spinners, but still I feel that Bangladesh, although they are wounded, but they are not out of it. They have the bowling attack to restrict a David Warner who's now right now in form.
In
And
form,
my second
yes.
prediction, yes, now my second prediction would be Australia's top bowler has to be Mitchell Stark because he bowls the quota of 4 overs. There will never be a match where Mitchell Stark would be restricted from bowling 4 overs. So I want to choose someone who will definitely get his quota of 4 overs, not someone who gets a couple of 3 overs in the belt. And Stark, in the
Good one.
death is very lethal. So I would go for a Mitchell
Also with
Stark.
the new ball.
Yes, right, Bhavik, well said. Now, the new ball as well, he's very influential. And now, final prediction for me would be power play score for Bangladesh. I want to say over
Under
40, but
40.
if you have to be very practical about it with the bowling attack that Australia has and the out of form batting
Mhm.
that Bangladesh has, I would say it would be under 40. in 6 overs. It's risky, but I feel that that's a possibility.
All right, good one there, Yash.
Thank
And
you.
allow me to go with my predictions. My first prediction would be Mahmudullah will score more than 30 runs, and that's because I think he's due. He's got the talent to do it, and he also needs to ensure that he needs to put up a show and not go down. So out of all the Bangladeshi Tigers, I expect him to go down fighting, and he will be staying there at the crease and scoring more than 30. From a bowling perspective, Adam Zampa will not take more than 3 wickets, maybe less,
Right.
maybe no wickets, purely because Bangladesh plays spin much better than they play pace. And that's the
Well
reason
said.
why I'm not banking too much on Adam Zampa. Australia's score in the power play will be anywhere between 41 to 60 runs, and that will be my third prediction because I think they've got the
Brilliant.
batsmen and the openers have just found some form, so they'll be able to manage that score quite easily.
Correct.
Brilliant prediction, Salil.
Okay. Over to
Moving on to
Bhavik.
my predictions here. I'll fancy Aaron Finch as my top batter for Australia because just as Salil just mentioned how they've found their lost mojo, both Aaron Finch and David Warner. I guess David Warner is still taking some time in the middle, but now Aaron Finch is going for runs. We see him moving his feet as well. So yes, World Cup Australia, Aaron Finch, everything it goes in a sync. So
Yes.
definitely he has sort of found his mojo. So definitely I'm banking him to be as the top batter for Australia. My
Mhm.
second prediction here would be Taskin Ahmed to be Bangladesh's top bowler. Again, just
Right.
against, I predicted the same thing against South Africa when Bangladesh played South Africa. His skiddy deliveries are, a bit of a concern for the batsmen. Looking at the
Yep.
conditions, I really
Good.
feel he's a bit lethal considering his pace and the offers on the pitch. So yes, Tuscan
Yes.
is my top bowler again, and my final prediction would be Australia will not hit more than 5 sixes only because
Oh,
of
Wow,
wow.
that's a bold one.
yes, only because of the fact
It's a bold
that
one.
the patchy surface and more I would sort of love to see more fours rather than six hitting, in the initial overs in the power play. I'm pretty sure that Aaron Finch and Warner would sort of capitalize and try and score more boundaries than the sixes.
Excellent, excellent predictions. Today, I think we all have made some bold kind of predictions. It's not the simple ones. So it's going to be really tough and a brilliant game on our hands. So, Salil, before we sign off, I just want to ask you a question. Do you think that, in this game, where you have, in this day and age, where you have the boundaries getting shorter, the bats getting bigger, could you really think that there will be a time where bowlers too will dominate white ball cricket? Because over the years, it's just become a ritual that a batsman comes, he whacks the bowlers for sixes, and that's how it's going to be. But do you think that the bowlers, there will be a transition in cricket where you could see that the Bangladeshi bowlers can take a fight against the batsmen of Australia?
Yes, like they did against South Africa, they were able to take a few wickets. Sadly, they didn't have the biggest score, but I mean, it's never too late to see. The time has already come that the bowlers do making a difference. I think every batting side has the batsman to score 200 runs. It's the bowlers that do the restricting bit,
Correct.
like they do in the Test matches to pick up the wickets. The bowler who restricts or gets those dot balls or gold coins that you may say is the one that really wins these matches. So they
Right.
have those kind of bowlers, and I'm sure they have. They'll be up to this challenge, knowing from what they learned from South Africa.
So, Bhavik, do you think that Australia is going to be victorious? And what is your prediction if you had to pick a winner out of these two teams? Starting with you, who's
Well,
your prediction?
I would love to see Bangladesh minnows having their noses ahead in this game, but then again, with all the experience that comes in the World Cups, I really feel Australia has an upper hand and they would win this encounter.
Salil, over to you. What's your prediction? Bangladesh or the jersey color
Absolutely,
that you've rightly worn right now? It's yellow.
absolutely supporting Bhavik here, and there's no doubt to say that Australia has this foot in the door in the semi-finals, although they'll be playing the top side from the other group. but they need to make sure that they get all these wins. And only if they get all these wins are they going to be able to make it. So they have no choice but to go ahead and win this. So while they would win this comfortably, they know that they're desperate, that they need to make this a good victory. So it's
Brilliant,
definitely
brilliant.
Australia.
Correct.
Excellent. So it is Australia from both of our experts. So guys,
Absolutely.
I'll see you. Yes, thank you so much, guys, for coming onto the show. A very happy Diwali to all of you. To all the
Happy
viewers, we are on social
Diwali.
Thank you,
media.
Yash. Happy Diwali.
We are on social media, guys. If you all could just give us a shout out. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And you can win exciting prizes if you play the Sports Adda Fantasy. For more updates, you can watch our Fantasy Adda show in the morning, where we will give tips, tricks, and predictions about how to make your best Fantasy 11. Now, thank you to all our viewers for joining. Thank you, Salil Bhavik. Have a great day and some great action
Thanks,
coming up.
Yash.
Thank you so much.